everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video, I want to share with you about a specific device, one phone that actually caught me by surprise. Now, as you know from my channel itself, I've reviewed like hundreds of phones over the past few years, but this device, the Sony Xperia 5V, actually totally blew me out of the water. I did not know what was coming. Now first up, if you take a look at the box itself, it came in this rather not very inspiring box, and when you take a look at the device, take a look at this, it looks very, I would say, minimalist. I do kind of like the look, but if you compare it to other devices that has such a huge camera, you might not even imagine what this device is about to bang you with. Well, so let's talk about this phone. Now in today's video, I'm not going to do a lot of product b-rolls. I'm not going to shoot a lot of the beauty shots of the phone because we're going to talk about the photos and videos that this little guy is capable of taking. Here's what I found. Now the camera itself, when I first launched it, I noticed that it actually came with settings that look just like a Sony camera. So if you are familiar with cameras like this, you will be able to see and get very familiarized with the entire user interface very quickly. But what's most important here is the kind of pictures that it was able to take. Now I noticed that it came with all these creative look or creative filters. So my favorite one was the FL creative look, and it really matched with my vibe. And guys, I must tell you, the photos that it was able to shoot was completely, out of the water. It's so crazy, guys. Like, take a look at these photos. I noticed that taking these shots, they just look extremely clean. There's very minimum amount of noise, and the colors, you don't even need to go into Lightroom and actually tweak the colors. You can just post it right off the phone itself, straight out of the camera. So this is what I actually found, that I did not know that we had this kind of creative looks on the Sony phones, because this is what you would find usually on newer Sony cameras. Even the camera that I'm shooting right now, the Sony A7C, doesn't even come with those creative looks. And this totally changes the entire game because the pictures that came out of it is just so good looking. Let me know what you guys think about these photographs. Now it just doesn't stop there. It also applies to videography as well. You can also take videos using the FL mode. And again, guys, it just looks so beautiful. So take a look at these videos. I noticed that the OIS really held up very, very well. I mean, you might see some jaggers here and there, and that's because my hands themselves are not that stable. But take a look at the colors, take a look at the amount of detail, take a look at how clean the entire image or video is being processed. You're getting an image or a video that looks like it came from a camera. When I uploaded this into my Instagram, a couple of people actually came and asked me, like, was this shot on a camera actually? But it was actually shot on the Sony Xperia 5V. So this is how I would put this device. It's more like a camera with a phone built into it. Very, very, very exciting stuff there. Now back to talking a little bit about the apps itself. There's also the Video Pro mode, which again comes with even more settings. Now personally, I think this is a little bit too, how should I put it, too professional for a normal standard user to use. However, if you find it too complicated, you can always just use the Photo Pro app and go into video mode and shoot everything in auto, and you'll still be able to get the results that I was able to get, which I showed you earlier on. So really amazing camera. Everything is just crazy here, but here's more. So what you might notice on the side here is that we do have a camera shutter button, and guys, I have not seen this in a very long time. I think the last time there was this camera shutter button was on my previous phone. I think one of the earliest Sony Ericsson phones. I mean, I'm sure there are other phones that might have had this implemented, but this is one of those that have been missing in my life for a very long time. It's actually very helpful because if you just press halfway, it helps the camera to focus, and if you click it all the way, it would take the photo just like how you would do so on a normal camera. Another thing, you can actually just pull off the micro SD card slot from the bottom here without using a SIM pin. I'm not sure why other manufacturers don't do that, but check this out. I can just peel off the SIM card tray right here, and of course just slot it back in, and there's even a rubber band or something going around to prevent it from getting any kind of water going in. And last but not least, there's also still the headphone jack at the top. I think this is the most expensive phone with a headphone jack that I've ever used in a very long time now. So yeah, that's just what I can say in terms of the camera, the photo experience. Again, this is something that really resonated a lot with me. I feel that the pictures coming out of here really carried my vibe. I mean, I know that I've been playing with phones that has this like Hasselblad. We have the Leica on this phone as well, and we also have the one of the strongest cameras, that is this guy here that carries that Zeiss. Check out how huge these camera bumps look at the back, guys. And then take a look at this little guy. Would you have imagined that this guy was the one that actually sort of like captured my heart in terms of image coloring. I'm not saying that those phones are bad, I'm just saying that the kind of colors coming out from here is the one that really matched with my vibe. So that's what I can say about the cameras. Really unexpected if you are into photography. I strongly suggest you check this phone out. Anyways, this phone is not perfect. I noticed that, for instance, if I was just pointed at a bright environment and I moved the phone to somewhere a bit darker, it actually took quite a bit of time to adapt to the new environment to actually shoot that environment correctly. But overall, if you are patient enough and you just wait for it to adapt and load, you will be able to get those really awesome shots that I just showed you earlier on. Other than that, how does it feel like to use as a phone? Now, this is a very tiny device. Again, I'm going to put another phone side by side just to give you a bit of a perspective. This is how they look like. But I think this phone is great for those people who like phones that fit in one palm. Other than that, everything actually works very smoothly. The apps themselves, everything is very snappy. They work just like any typical Android phone, and it has this sort of like stock Android kind of interface. That means not a lot of bloat. I would say barely even any bloat. Everything is all you need on the phone itself. Very snappy experience here on the Sony Xperia 5V. Alright guys, so I think that pretty much sums up my video for today on this guy. Again, pardon me if I sound a bit too excited or if my words are sometimes rushed, and that's because I really do feel excited for these kind of devices. Really interesting one here. Anyways, if you have any tips on how I can get a better shooting experience on the Xperia 5V, feel free to leave them down below. Again, thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. If you want to see more pictures or videos that I upload, you can also follow me on my Instagram at @limreviews. I really look forward to seeing you guys there, and I'll see you in the next video. Do take care and stay safe. Bye bye.